Every creative industry has its lingering question coming up from time to time. What can I do to protect my idea, my intellectual property? What tools do I have to more or less secure it? What responsibility do I have and what's out of my control? Board game industry is no different. In fact, we see this question popping up every week. So I believe it's fair to discuss this topic. Let's dive in and see what options do we have here. Hello, fellow designers and publishers. Welcome to Nestifyz. I'm Andras the Nexus, and today we're going to focus on protecting an idea. So there are some definitions on the market regarding protection, IP protection, like patents, copyrights, trademarks, and NDAs. So for example, patent is protecting a novel mechanics or design. Copyrights usually safeguard the creative content like artworks and manuals. Trademarks are defending the game's name and logo. And non-disclosure agreements is usually a part of a contract which requires you not to disclose any kind of details. I'm no lawyer, so don't quote me on that one. But this is a responsibility of the designer to understand these and select the ones that they want to pursue and use in their game. So most of these mentioned protective tools requires registration and they have costs associated. For example, registering a trademark, registering a patent, and it's long legal procedures. Copyrights, on the contrary, they are automatic, yet it doesn't protect the whole game or the game mechanics, not even the rules for a game. So last but not least, the NDAs can be quite cumbersome because it's a kind of a contractual situation, and if you get a contract signed with everyone who sees your game, it's not necessarily realistic, yet it's your choice. So just imagine a situation that you gather for a playtest and you start the playtest by distributing the NDAs for everyone to sign. Well, that might not hit the right note from the beginning. Yet there are game designer associations that helping you with education, how to make a fair deal with publishers. So as a game designer, there are many resources to turn to and ask for help if you are, uncomfortable to navigate this space. There is a general approach that stealing would be harmful for all parties. So publishers are not stealing it, as that would harm their reputation. In fact, a lawsuit could easily cause them to get out of the business. Designers might be inspired by your work though, but that is a part of the creative process. Most probably your idea has been inspired by other games as well, so it's kind of the normal way of doing things. Yet it is important to be mindful of what you are sharing and with whom. So many people in the industry says that share it widely because then others will associate that idea with you. And you can prove that this idea was yours at the time of the sharing. So, okay, how can sharing be a protection? What's to overshare? What's the right balance here? So a lot of discussions are rolling around. What should I share? What not? How should I control what I'm putting out as a public resource? So when you are playtesting your game, it's inevitable to show it to the people in details because you're explaining the rules, you guide them through the game end to end. So yes, there will be a sharing of your game, inevitably. When you pitch it to the publisher, you'll have to involve them with a hook, the unique selling point. So you will be sharing at a certain level here as well. And this is something very similar what we use at Nestifyz as well. So when you are uploading a project to our site, as a designer, you are in control of what information you want to display. Not everything is public. So, for example, first, when you register a game, a prototype online, that basically provides you credibility, proving that that idea is linked to your profile. We plan to assign a unique identifier along with the creation date, indicating when it was uploaded to the system. This already serves as a tangible proof of ownership. The basic information that is publicly available is no more than what you're usually put on a sales sheet. Unique selling points, basic game information. But perhaps the most valuable intellectual asset of the game is the rulebook itself and the associated test results if you are logging that as well. So the good news is that it's entirely up to the developer, the designer, to decide with whom they are sharing this sensitive information. They can choose to make it public, or they can, lock it on their profile page. As a designer, you control who you share with, and each time you do, will put a timestamp on it, and the system is registering it with whom you shared it, what, and when, so you can review it later and you can follow up if you like. So to summarize, be mindful of the assets that you can use, legal or digital tools. Do not be afraid to share, as it will tie your idea to you, which can stand as a proof of owning it. So I'm Andras from Nestifyz, and see you later in our next discussion.
We are Nestifyz.